News 8 investigation into the accident that claimed 12 lives and injured 28 students tops our news tonight. And Robert Riggs joins us now with his exclusive report. Robert?
Gloria and John, these latest charges come amid a possible investigation by the Texas Engineering Board. The Safety Board may try to determine if Texas A&M may have violated state law by not having a licensed engineer draw up a blueprint for the bonfire's construction. A former volunteer faculty advisor to the bonfire says the accident could have been prevented. 1 hour before the deadly collapse of the Texas A&M bonfire, a student recorded the monumental building project. Some of the 80 students working in the pre-dawn hours realized the bonfire had become overloaded seconds before the logs came tumbling down.
They just kept putting too many big logs on the lower level of one side, and when they tried to pound in one of them, I think that just triggered it, and it all fell over on top of that side.
John Chataway, a freshman student from Dallas, and other witnesses say the center pole, which snapped in 3 places, was under great stress. While students were using a tree stump as a battering ram to force a log into place, additional force was being put on the opposite side. A truck was raising a log to the 4th stack with a rope and pulley attached to the top of the center pole.
There were things in place that I feel would have prevented this from ever happening. Those things were in place.
And a part of the manual.
The former faculty construction advisor to the Texas A&M bonfire says it was not reinforced according to structural designs drawn from years of experience. Larry Gross developed techniques for building the 7,000 log structure over a 13-year period until his last bonfire in 1994.
It's like a house of cards, exactly. And that's unfortunately what we had here. The students appreciated
Gross is a Texas A&M graduate, former head of A&M's Construction Sciences Department, licensed architect, and received a Distinguished Teaching Award from A&M's former Students Association. Now he heads the Construction Sciences Department at Colorado State University. Gross says it is obvious that the wedding cake-like stacks of the bonfire were not properly supported. For some reason, the logs were butted flat end to end and not interlocked according to past procedures.
First stack,
Gross demonstrated using pencils to represent the logs.
And if you begin to have any movement occur up here, see, that just naturally puts a little bit of a stress on that joint. It's a weak joint. It's not tied together in any way. And once you begin to get some movement, then it just came right on over.
Gross says he designed 2 supports that would prevent such a failure and put the drawings in a how-to manual for students building the bonfire. The specifications call for every 3rd log to extend from the bottom stack into the one above it to interlock the structure. The second feature set log piers into the ground at 10-foot intervals and wrap the bottom 2 stacks with 2 heavy steel cables, much like buckling a belt around your waist. According to students involved in the construction, neither reinforcement was used, and our investigation found no evidence in the visible debris. A&M's Vice President for Student Affairs, who was a faculty advisor to the bonfire, does not recall the construction manual that Gross says may have saved lives.
I can't answer some of those real technical things about exactly how they do that up on the structure. I never built bonfire personally because I wasn't ever a student here. We have students that know the answers to all those things, the ones that are the technicians that really oversee how it's done.
Sadly, there was someone not overseeing all of this to make sure it was being done.
The bonfire accident occurred on the A&M campus within view of the Engineering and Construction Sciences Department. How could such a tragedy strike a university ranked among the best in the world?
A parent would have thought they had the best minds out there designing it.
50, 60,000 people come to watch it, but it is out of mind. Because again, most of the faculty are so involved in their responsibilities in the classroom and in the research element that again, they will not walk across the street in the middle of the night to be out there with the students. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part.
Depending on the outcome of the investigation, A&M's president has hinted that it might be time to ban the bonfire. Can it be built safely?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We construct buildings much higher than this all the time, and we do it safely.
A&M sources say at least one college dean ordered his professors not to advise students on bonfire construction because of concerns about legal liability. Gloria and John.